Hello student, Hemant Sir is here. Today we are going to start the new part of our chapter called reflection of light. So in previous video we have already understood about the plane mirror and the spherical mirror. So today we are going to understand the concept related to the spherical mirror, because in this chapter we will understand more about the spherical mirror only. Okay, so let's understand the concept related to the spherical mirror. See, this is the sphere. ये क्या है एक्चुअल में? एक स्फीयर है. स्फीयर में हमने ये वाला पर्टिकुलर जो पार्ट है हमने इसको कट कर दिया. यहां से हमने कट कर दिया. आफ्टर कटिंग दिस पार्ट वी हैव टू पेंट दिस पार्ट फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. हमने क्या किया, इसके एक पार्ट को, किसी भी एक पार्ट को हमने पेंट कर दिया रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस से. दैट मीन्स दिस पार्ट, ये वाला पार्ट नहीं, दिस वाला पार्ट अनदर साइड विल एक्ट एज अ रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस. ओके, सो सपोज दिस इज द मिरर. दिस इज द मिरर नाउ. Which mirror? The spherical mirror. Here inner side act as a reflecting surface. That's why this mirror is called as concave mirror. So it is concave mirror. So we have to write concave mirror. The definition of concave mirror we have already understood in our previous lecture. Okay, next. So the concept related to the spherical mirror is, first we have pole. So what is pole? The center of the mirror. This is the center of the mirror, which is the line passes through the center of curvature. Okay, this line passes through this center of the line. This point, particular point, is called as pole of the mirror. Okay, so what is pole? The center of mirror is called as pole. What is pole? It is the center of the mirror is called as pole. Next we have C, that is center of curvature. Next concept we have center of curvature. So what is center of curvature? It is the center of that sphere. ये उस स्फीयर का पार्ट है from where this mirror is formed. जहां से हमने ये कॉन्केव या कॉन्वेक्स मिरर को हमने फॉर्म किया है, ये उस स्फीयर का सेंटर है. That center of that sphere act as a center of curvature for the mirror. Okay, so what is center of curvature? It is the center of that sphere where the mirror, which mirror? Spherical mirror is the part, mirror is formed. ओके, क्या है सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर? ये उस स्फीयर का सेंटर है जहां से हमने इसके इस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट से मिरर को फॉर्म किया है. दैट सेंटर इज कॉल्ड एज द सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर फॉर द स्फेरिकल मिरर. ओके, नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट वी हैव प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. So what is principal axis? Principal axis को हम P से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. ओके, सो इट इज द P, और हम इसको रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करेंगे. सो व्हाट इज प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस? द लाइन विच इज पासेस थ्रू सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर एंड पोल इज कॉल्ड एज प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. सो द लाइन passes through the center of curvature and the pole. Center of curvature and the pole is called as principal axis. Okay. Next concept. Fourth concept. We have the principal focus. So, principal focus is the center point of the sphere, center of curvature and the pole. That particular point is called as principal focus. So, we can define principal focus as when light rays incident on mirror. When light rays incident on mirror parallel to principal axis. After reflection, they passes through the point or single point on the principal axis. That point is called as principal focus. So, what is principal focus? Principal focus. So, what is principal focus? Light rays, when incident on spherical mirror parallel to principal axis. Parallel to principal axis. After reflection, they passes through single point on principal axis. That point is called as principal focus. That point is called as principal focus. Okay, so that particular point is called as principal focus. Okay, now next concept. So next concept we are writing here. Fifth concept related to the spherical mirror. Focal length. Focal length को हम small f से represent करते हैं. Small f से. So the distance from principal focus to pole. प्रिंसिपल फोकस से पोल तक का जो डिस्टेंस है हम उसको बोलते हैं फोकल लेंथ. द डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम प्रिंसिपल फोकस टू द पोल is called as focal length. Okay, so write down this concept first, then we will move further. Okay, so write down now. Next concept we have the radius of curvature. Sixth one we have radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. So it is the distance from center of curvature to the mirror. आप पोल तक के भी ले सकते हैं, यहां तक के भी ले सकते हैं, आप किसी भी पॉइंट के ऊपर ले लीजिए. ओके, सो मिरर से सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर तक का जो डिस्टेंस है, दैट डिस्टेंस इज कॉल्ड एज रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर एंड इट इज डिनोटेड बाय आर. इट इज डिनोटेड बाय आर. सो व्हाट इज रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर? द सेंटर or the distance from mirror to the center of curvature. is called as radius of curvature. So we have 6 important concepts related to the spherical mirror. First we have first we have pole. Then after pole we have center of curvature. Then center of curvature के बाद we have principal axis. So we have to write the name also. What is P? It is the pole. What is C? It is center of curvature. The distance from here to pole or here to mirror is called as radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. This line is called as principal axis. Principal axis. This F, that is principal focus. Principal focus. And the distance from principal focus to pole is called as focal length. Okay, so these are the points that we have to remember, because when we are going to solve numericals on the basis of the mirror, we will have to use all this concept. Okay, so write down this all definition as well as draw this diagram neat and clean. Okay, so write down. Now we will have to understand drawing the ray diagram for the spherical mirror. So for the drawing the ray diagram, we have to follow the certain rules. Okay. So for drawing the ray diagram, we have to follow the rules, and the first rule is rule 1. This is the spherical mirror. This is principal axis. So we have to paint this spherical mirror. Okay. So this is the pole. This is the pole, and it is the center of curvature, and it is the focus. Okay. So first rule says, when light rays incident on mirror, parallel to principal axis. Okay, this line is nothing but the ray which is incident on the mirror parallel to principal axis. Then after reflection, this light ray passes through the principal focus. Okay, so this is the path. This is the path of the ray. Okay, so what is the rule 1? When light rays incident on mirror parallel to principal axis, then after reflection it passes through the principal focus. It is the rule number 1. Okay, so write down rule number 1. When light ray incident on mirror parallel to principal axis, after reflection it passes through principal focus. That is capital F. Okay, so this is the path when light is incident on mirror parallel to principal axis. They always passes through the focus. You can draw n number of light rays. It will also passes from the focus only. If So this is the path of light rays. Okay, you can draw any line or ray parallel to principal axis after reflection will passes from the principal focus only. Okay, so write down the rule number 1. Now we will understand rule number 2. So rule number 2 says, let this is the mirror, it is principal axis, it is pole, it is center of curvature and focus. Okay, so we have to write the arrow also. Okay, so the second rule says, if light rays incident on mirror through principal focus, any light rays incident on mirror through principal focus, then after reflection this light ray passes through parallel, this passes through parallel to principal axis. Okay, so light ray यहाँ से आई, फोकस से होते हुए मिरर पर टकराई एंड आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन, अब टकराई तो रिफ्लेक्ट होगी, आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन विल पासेस पैरेलल टू प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. सी प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस के पैरेलल जाएंगे. इट इज जस्ट अपोजिट द रूल नंबर 1. इट इज जस्ट अपोजिट ऑफ रूल नंबर 1. ओके, सो एनी लाइट रेज विल पासेस थ्रू द फोकस after reflection will passes parallel to principal axis. Okay, so this is the rule number 2. So write down rule number 2. When light ray incident on mirror parallel to mirror through focus, through principal focus, it after reflection it passes parallel to principal axis. This is the rule number 2. Now rule number 3. Rule 3. So rule 3 says, suppose this is the mirror, this is mirror, it is principal axis, it is pole, it is center of curvature and then focus, and this is the paint. Okay, and it is the axis. Okay, so third rule says, when light rays incident on mirror through center of curvature, if any light rays incident on mirror through center of curvature, that means light rays center of curvature से आई, मिरर पर इंसिडेंट हुई, आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन इट पासेस थ्रू द सेम पाथ, वो उसी पाथ से, सेम पाथ से क्या हो जाएगी, रिफ्लेक्ट बैक हो जाएगी. ओके, सो रूल 3 सेज, व्हेन लाइट रेज इंसिडेंट ऑन मिरर थ्रू सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर, देन आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन इट पासेस थ्रू द सेम पाथ, जिस पाथ से आई उसी पाथ से रिटर्न भी होगी. ओके, सो let's draw one more ray. So this is the light ray which is incident on mirror through center of curvature. After reflection it passes through the same path, उसी path से return हो जाएगी. Okay, so this is the rule number 3. It says, when light ray incident on mirror through center of curvature. It reflect back from the same path. ओके मीन्स जिस रास्ते से गई उसी रास्ते से रिटर्न भी हो जाएगी. सो दिस इज द रूल नंबर 3. सो वी हैव अंडरस्टूड द रूल नंबर 1, नंबर 2 एंड नंबर 3. So by using these 3 rules, we had to draw the ray diagram for the spherical mirror when object is kept at a different position in front of the mirror. Okay, so write down these 2 rules and one more rule that we have already studied. Okay, and these 3 rules are really very important, because on that basis you have to write you have to draw your ray diagram related to the spherical mirror. Okay, so आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो.